What is up? Welcome to the NBA Rundown, brought to you courtesy of Run Pure Sports and Run Pure Bets. I'm your host, Astaire. No JSU today. I'm hoping we get Tyler in here pretty soon. So, chat, I hope you guys are with me today. I'm going to need your help to talk about the National Blowout Association because let's be honest, these games really haven't been that fun. Last night we had a close game for a half, right? I guess that's an improvement here. But at the end of the day, this it's like the NFL. It's a war of attrition. The Miami Heat aren't healthy, and let's be honest, that I don't know if they would have won even if they were healthy. So even using that as an excuse, right? If they want to run it back, oh well, if we're healthy, we'll be okay. I don't know. I don't know. Bam is your number two guy. I don't know. Like, isn't it time for Bam Adebayo to step up? I mean, this guy's supposed to be so great. I haven't seen it. Kyle Lowry, Max Strus failed to hit a shot. So you go into a must-win game five, right? You got to win it, and your starting backcourt can't make a basket. That's got to be rough. Your superstar, your guy Jimmy Butler all year, who's real good at talking. He's real good at talking when he's winning, right? He loves to run these players down, right? You know, hey, they chose Tobias Harris over him. Eh, 4 of 18, and he's hurt. He's hurt. So what do you do? What do you do if you're Jimmy Butler? Do you just sit out, or do you just show up and you play like that? It seems like a no-win situation for these Miami Heat, or are completely worn down. And like I said, chat, I am going to rely on you guys today to help me bring the thunder, breaking down the NBA. Richie Smalls is with us, ready to make this money. Always reminding you guys to like and subscribe to the video as well. Our guy, We the People, what is up, We the People? Missed out on the 1-10 margin by 3 last night, but didn't hit the 10 plus. Yeah, I mean, we wanted a close game. We had one in the first half. It just did not happen. New day, new money. I am with you. I can't wait to break down tonight's game. Make it happen. We were talking, right? Because, you know, I did run on that hill, right? And I'm like a cat. I'm on my ninth live, right? Because I died on the hill with this Miami Heat team as well. But, you know, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, right? I mean, so I just can't get there again. And, of course, I'm sure they'll make us plenty of money during the regular season next year. But I really wonder if this series is going to be the impetus um, for the Miami Heat to make some changes, because it just doesn't seem like, I don't know, even if they're healthy, would they win? Bam Adebayo is the number two, right? All I'm seeing right now is East Coast DeAndre Ayton. Okay, and DeAndre Ayton ain't getting you to the NBA Finals as your number two. And right now, it doesn't look like Bam is either. Now, obviously, Bam's a better defensive player, right? But it doesn't matter if you put up 80 points in a playoff game. Doesn't matter if you're 7 of 45 from three. And at what point do you say, hey, maybe we should go to the rim, right? These threes aren't falling. No, let's just continue to jack them up. A pretty frustrating game. Warriors easy money on the money line. Yeah, that's going to be an expensive money line, and of course I'll get into that a little more. But let me lament the Heat real quick. It's minus 271. You're gonna have to throw it in a parlay. Fortunately, the French Open's around, and you can find plenty of stuff. Jonathan Nelson is here in the chat, ready to make plenty of fake trades for the Lakers to get every single superstar in the NBA. So we'll do that. What's up to my guy Robert? And of course, Robert, I don't know if you let me know, but we both know that Scott Foster's on the call tonight. Unbelievable. What's up to my guy, Brandon Cola? All right. Good to see you here. Hey, you know, and talking about tennis, right? You guys think, hey, I should be sitting there capping baseball. Susie and I's cores have helped Richie cash 3 out of 4 days. I guess it's a sport if you can make money on it. Yeah, and you're one of the best athletes in the world. They're out there playing 4 hours at a time. Unbelievable, right? I mean, and I'll admit there are a couple tennis players that don't show heart, right? But these NBA players are supposedly the greatest athletes in the world. It's not the greatest heart in the world. It's not the greatest fighting spirit in the world. Because Steven Jackson was on Fox Radio today, and he made a great point. Hey, these guys are so skilled and so athletic and so all this stuff. Where's the heart? Where's the fighting spirit, right? And I understand playing through injuries. But at some point, we need a competitive game. We need these guys to show up, and we need to understand, hey, At what point do you stop shooting threes when it's not falling? And to go 7 of 45 at home, I mean, really, just a terrible performance. Um, make it happen. Boston is a way deeper team, better all around. Yeah. I mean, Tatum and Butler, I mean, I think you can go tit for tat there because Butler's not healthy, right? But then you go to every other player and they have the advantage, right? They got the advantage. Brown over Bam or whoever you want to make their number two. Smart over Lowry at this point of his career. Yes, Kyle Lowry's done. Probably a mistake to bring him in at this age because this 82 game season. You know what's so funny? You guys all want to clown on my guys from the 80s. At least my guys could play 82 games without falling apart. They're a little tougher. A little tougher. Andrew Gardner says Celtics. You'd love to see it. Yeah, I mean it was pretty easy bet, especially if you were on the Celtics. No worries there. Let's keep going. Heat definitely need a second star. I completely agree there. I wonder where Bam goes. Yeah, I wonder where Bam goes. Yeah, hey, I'm trying to do it here. What's up, Otter? We're going to do this. We're going to get some winners here, even if it's by myself. The 15 plus boost didn't cover. Yeah. Those FanDuel boosts, the kiss of death almost. Yeah, Lowry's wash. Hey, it happens, man. Point guards aren't supposed to be 34 years old. It's like being a 34-year-old cornerback. How do I feel about Solo, Luka, captain, and all Golden State Warriors utility? I like it. I think the Warriors are going to blow them out tonight. So I'm going to like that. We'll go into that a little more. Strus and company making threes in the first 2 rounds masked all these problems. And you know what, Brandon? I wonder, and I'm sorry, I don't want to take away credit from the Boston Celtics. Great team, well coached, good depth. And hey, you know what? Look what they did. Sacramento Kings, I hope you're listening. They drafted all their stars, right? They drafted Marcus Smart, they drafted Jaylen Brown, they drafted Jason Tatum, and they drafted Robert Williams. You build through the drafts, you build the team properly, and they did that. So let's give them credit, right? They didn't just jettison everybody to sign Kyrie and KD to get bounced in the first round, right? So they did it. Let's give them credit. But I also have to wonder if you're Philadelphia and you see this is the Heat team that beat you and beat you pretty easily. Are you as close as you think to give Harden that win now contract and sacrifice? I wonder how you're feeling in Philadelphia watching this series. D Wade needs to help his boy Pat out and get spited in Miami. I'm not a big Donovan Mitchell guy, but if there's anywhere he'd work, it's Miami. It is, and boy, right? I think you got a great point. You got him on the team. We the people's with me here. Warriors 10 plus, no question. Why is Strus even playing? I mean, what other options do they have? He's actually been good all year. He just didn't show up when the lights were bright. But what'd you expect? I mean, isn't he undrafted free agent? So, I mean, expecting him to go toe to toe with guys with pedigree. Jaylen Brown, number 4 pick in the draft, dominated at the Pac-10, right? Marcus Smart. I can't remember what number he was in the draft, but I'm pretty sure he was a lottery pick. Dominated at Oklahoma State, right? And then you got a role player from DePaul showing up here. It's closeout season tonight. Interesting. And DJ, you were on this yesterday, so okay. Both money line. Okay, I like that. Or I got Gregory Russo in the chat. The professor, what is up? Scott Foster makes it fun, but like I said, I mean, Scott Foster can't make Reggie Bullock make these threes. And is Reggie Bullock gonna hit those threes tonight? I mean, first of all, everything's been a zigzag here. It might as well be those little orange things that you guys ran around with when you were younger, right? The zigzag, the orange one, the little guy. I kind of looked like him when I used to wear a hat like that. Regardless, I had a beard. They've been zigzagging. Bullock had a terrible game 3. He comes back game 4. Can he do it 2 games in a row? I don't know. I haven't seen it. So, Foster can't make these guys hit these threes, and that's all it comes down to nowadays. And, it's so funny. Seth Partnow read an article, and it was basically like, 2,000 to 3,000 words trying to say what I was saying yesterday. But it comes down to this: 3-point is such a high variant shot that you're going to have high variant results. So as much as Foster wants to do whatever he wants to do, make himself the spotlight. Unbelievable they still allow this. But I don't know if it's going to matter. I agree with you. He's not going to make Maxi Kleber start hitting threes. And are they going to hit these threes on the road? I don't know. I think the Chase Center is underrated as far as hard places to play. I know these tech bros get like a bad rap, but people who know, the Warriors were packed in 2012 when they sucked. They used to fill up Oracle when they sucked. I mean, these Warriors fans are legit. Now, to be fair, They're one of the hugest media markets in the world. They have this huge fan base to draw from, right? So it's not like filling up Indiana or Minnesota or Sacramento. That's fair because they got so many people in the Bay Area. But they did always fill it up, even when they lost. So I think the people this to talk about bandwagon Warriors fans really don't give them credit. Go watch one of those old games. If you can find it, go pull up when they suck. You'll see a bunch of people in Oracle. So I think Chase Center is going to be rocking tonight. GQ says the NBA playoffs have they stunk. They've been terrible. And you know how hard it is for me to do content here. Wait, what's going on? Oh crap! Did I send him the wrong freaking link? All right, excuse me. I'm sorry, Tyler. No wonder you're not here. No wonder you're not here. My mistake, man. It's like unbelievable. Unbelievable. My bad here. Check this link, Tyler. Check that link right now. I'm sorry. And I'm sure people want to hear you rather than my solo comments, right? Like We the People says, I'm trying to fix the NBA every night. I apologize,
That's
bro.
a little better. It was dark in there. I didn't like it. I don't like the dark.
That must have been the link for tomorrow because I'm trying to make all the shows at the beginning of the week.
I'm sitting there and I'm like waiting and waiting. I'm like, he's never this late. I'm like, let me go on YouTube. And you're sitting there talking to me by yourself. I'm like, yep, you sent me the wrong link.
All right. Let's go ahead. Let's make one more. First of all, chat, thanks for helping me out here, right? This could have been a 2-minute show if the chat just wasn't bringing it. Players had more heart in the 80s and 90s, didn't sit for resting purposes, and didn't fall apart with blowouts in the playoffs. What do the people your age say, Tyler? Say it louder for the people in the back. All right, Tyler, let's jump into it. I was lamenting that we only got like a half of competitive basketball. This Heat team broke down. War of attrition. They're not healthy. Lowry and Strus, starting backcourt, can't even hit a shot. Jimmy Butler, I don't want to drag him down too much because he's playing with an injury and he's not 100%.
They ran
18 from the field.
They ran their course. They're just like I seen a tweet. It's like this Heat team basically patched together with duct tape at this point because they are. I mean, all their guys are banged up. Like Boston's just the healthier team at this point, and Boston's not even 100% healthy. It's just Miami's that banged up. And remember at the trade deadline spread, we talked about that Derek White trade, just like our guy John in the chat says, shout out to Derek White.
Mm-hmm.
I remember saying that was going to be like a little key piece. You're like, oh, it's just Derek White. It doesn't mean anything.
No, I said it was a good trade.
But you're like role player, like that's not going to push him over the top. That trade might be the reason they make the finals and win the finals.
That or the Chris Middleton injury, one of the two.
Yeah.
I'm still going to ride or die with my guy Giannis.
They could sweep the Warriors and you'd be like, it's still Chris Middleton's injury.
You know it. Hey. If there's anything I've learned from doing content, it's how to make excuses to back up your takes. And we'll get into the Warriors Celtics in a bit because that might be a bad matchup, right? Gas is too high, couldn't keep the Heat going. Brandon says I was laughing at giving up a first for D-White. Looks like it's worth it now. Yeah, especially since it's gonna be picked like 29 or 30.
It was like 2027 first rounder. So
like what Jonathan Nelson's Lakers are gonna have to give up?
Yeah, so
to get someone to take rest. Yeah. All right. Anything more about last night, or do you want to just jump into tonight?
No, I mean it was pretty much what we kind of got the game we wanted through the first 2 quarters, and then it went.
I mean, did we want it to be like 19-17 though?
No, but it was a competitive game. Like Twatty had the game pegged to rights. He was on the under, so he was loving it.
Great job. Yeah.
But the second half went how you said with this variant stuff. All of a sudden, Boston got hot from behind the 3. The lead went from 5 to 10 to 15 to 20 to 25 in the snap of a finger. And it's like, here we are again. This game's over, and we still got a quarter and a half to play. That's the only thing. It's like, can we get a competitive game tonight? For my betting sake, I hope not. I hope they beat them by 30.
Tyler, were you on the YouTube to hear me call Bam Adebayo East Coast DeAndre Ayton?
No, I didn't hear that. I was still sitting
what
in the
a terrible
room.
Performance, right? I mean, this is his time to prove it. Oh, I'm the man. I should be Defensive Player of the Year. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still think he's banged up.
Your whole team needs you.
The surgery he had midseason.
Okay, and that could be fair. That could be fair. Everybody's banged up now, though, right? I mean, this is an 82-game season, right? So all these cool athletes of your generation that will absolutely destroy our plumbers, but none of them can be healthy for 90 games. Wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Let's jump into tonight before I start yelling at clouds here instead of having a show. Dallas Mavericks plus 6.5. Total is 215.5 plus 232 on the money line. If you're a big Scott Foster fan, Tyler, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. None of these spreads have mattered. These games have not been close. They've not been fun. Pick the winner. Warriors don't lose at home. 39-10 at home on the year. Give me the Warriors. I mean, what is there to break down? Talk to me. Am I wrong?
No, I don't think so. I think this game is cut and dry, like you just said. Like, we kind of seen it at the end of last game. I know it was the backups, but they did cut that 30-point lead to 8.
Yeah.
That's got to throw a wrench into some momentum. Would it surprise you if Golden State came out today and they were up 20 after the first quarter and they just never looked back?
Like, and even if they're not, I'm not even worried because they're going to win the third quarter, even if they start slow.
Yeah. And every playoff series they've closed out this season was at home. So unless they do it right now, you think they're going to wait till Game 7 to do it? I don't think so.
No, they're
tonight.
Doing it tonight.
Yeah.
I mean, and so Scott Foster, right? And you know, my guy Robert in the chat loves these refs conspiracies. Does it matter? Should I be scared?
I don't see any ref stats pointing towards the Mavericks. Like everyone's like,
extender.
Well, everyone's like, oh, it's the extender. Well, the extender was there for Brooklyn-Boston Game 4, and guess who he ref the game in favor of? Boston. Mm-hmm. So it's like the extender might be the finisher now. So he might be walking in the door to end this series.
No, Chris is going to be up in. First of all, why are you going to North Highlands? That's real specific. But hey, DM me and we'll figure it out. Awesome. Yeah.
I think
not in the backyard though. We're going to be quiet so our neighbors can get to bed early because they get up at 4 a.m. to hike. Go ahead. What's up, Tyler?
I think he's messing with you. Isn't that the guy that always shits on Sacramento?
Is he messing with me? All right. Brandon Cola.
Fred thinks he's got a buddy.
Brandon Cola thinks that there's women in the chat. That might be worse than the Miami shooting behind the arc. Richie Smalls got it. Foster kicks out Draymond. The series goes 7. I agree with you, Alejandro. I mean, obviously they do get paid for more games, but I mean, they can't make Reggie Bullock make a shot, and I don't expect him to have a big game. They can't make Maxi Kleber hit a shot. They can't make, I don't know, maybe Bertans has a big night. I mean, they need one of these guys to go off. They need Dinwiddie. They need Brunson. Luka can still score 40, and I'm still going to cover this game. That's how I feel, Tyler.
Oh, yeah, for sure. So it's like, is Dallas going to shoot? Is their role players going to shoot good on the road? They kind of did it in game 2 for the first half, and then they died. I just don't see it. Like, outside of that third quarter last game they played where they just lit them up, like, they haven't played a very good game against the Warriors. So I think tonight's where they just come out and the Warriors come out and they're like, we're done here. Let's end this.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You just punch them right in the mouth.
Yeah, he says fade the Mavericks role players in DFS tonight. I agree with you there. So, all right, let's go into it. Prop I like because I already gave some out. I like Wiggins over 6.5 rebounds.
I don't hate it, but every time I've tried to bet that prop this series, he's just went ghost on me, so I'm staying away from him.
Okay, so what are you giving me?
Just give me Steph's props again. Like
Steph, huh?
Right back to his points. His points are at 27.5. He's going for 30 tonight. Look at his threes. Look at Clay's rebounds. I don't hate taking a pull assist prop at 3.5 because he might get some of those point guard duties. And then looking at some of these player performance doubles. Clay to 20 plus and win, plus 170. Steph 30 plus and win, plus 205. Jordan Poole 18 plus points. Golden State wins 2-1. Curry 5 plus 3s. Golden State wins, plus 235. Like, those are some of the ones I'd be targeting. And if you like Wiggins that much, you could do Wiggins 3 plus 3s and win. Or maybe even like take the big shot on Wiggins double and they win.
Here's We the People. He thinks Poole has a big game. Hit the over on his points and assists. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like those. He's due for a big game spread. I mean, he hasn't had a big one since the Denver series.
Yeah. I mean, why do you think that is? Just because of better perimeter defenders? And he's smaller? And like, just like Chris Paul, his size.
A little bit of that. He might just be in a slump right now.
I mean, who's the smallest guy to attack? Jalen Brunson? The rest of those guys are pretty big.
Yeah, that is true.
You got to go against DFS. You got to go against Bullock. I mean, even Kleber, those guys will put a hand in your face. The rim protection is not there, but he's not getting to the basket because these guys are so athletic. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see if Poole goes off. I mean, I mean, I think that's also directly correlated to my bet. I mean, if Poole goes off, there's no way I don't cover that 7. There's no way I don't cover the 7.
Let's see what the win margin is. Golden State 11 by 11 plus points plus 155. I like that.
What's like 15 plus?
The way FanDuel does it is 1 to 10 or 11 plus, or you could break it down into bands. If you did 16 to 20, it's plus 750, 21 to 25, 12 to 1, 26 to 30, 24, 31.
But I just can't go like minus 15.
Oh, you could do that if you just want to go an alt spread.
What's that? What's minus 15? Let me see if I can do that on Bookmaker.
Minus 14 and a half.
Yeah, they only let me go to minus 8. Maybe they have some other ones in there. Let's see if they have some alternates here.
Plus 2.
Warriors minus 10.5 plus 171. I like that. That's We the People's on that too. So, I mean, so you think this is it? It's the Warriors Celtics, huh?
Yep, I think it's over. Our 75-year trend lives on, spread from dating back to like 1946.
Well, you didn't give that to the group. Give that to everybody. Tyler sent me a stat.
Every year since
great.
like
Robert will love
1946.
this. Yeah.
There has either been a former player that played for the Knicks or the Knicks made the finals. Well, there's Luke Cornett on Boston, who if they punch their ticket, that keeps the streak alive.
Okay.
Or Dallas has to make the comeback, which I don't think's happening. So Boston's making the finals, fellas.
Yeah. Brandon Cola says not one person likes the Mavs. I do a show with 5 Star in Vegas, the Wagering World on Schoon TV, and we actually gave out props because he liked the Mavs today. He said that we'll finally get a close game. I said I'm betting on the streak, not against it. Right? The whole he's due. That's not how I bet. I'm going the opposite. And hey, because if you just keep betting the winners every time, it's working. So minus 50. Golden State minus 15 plus 290. Let's go. Thank you, Jonathan Nelson.
Yeah.
We need to check Bookmaker more often. So Richie says, I wish Embiid would force a trade to Miami. What do you think?
I don't hate it, but it's one of the things I don't think he forces his way out of Philly. I think the interesting thing to keep an eye on is what the hell is going to happen in Brooklyn. Because the article came out yesterday, spread after we talked about it, where you're like, well, what do they do with KD at this point? And I was like, Dallas maybe.
Mm-hmm.
There's the article. If Kyrie leaves, does Dallas turn around and call Brooklyn to trade for Kevin Durant?
I don't like KD and Luka together from a fan.
I think that could be deadly.
It could, but I don't know. I'd rather see each of them just soak up usage.
I mean, I agree. But
I'd rather see KD in Miami.
Like you imagine like KD getting to play off ball too, though. Like he's kind of wanders around the 3-point line as Luka's dancing to the paint.
I saw it. I saw it in Golden State. And it was awesome. And he didn't like it because he wasn't the man.
Yeah. Well, in Dallas, it wouldn't be as much as Golden State. Golden State was like you're gonna play like your role where you run a motion offense. If you get the shot, you get the shot. In Dallas, it's gonna be just like he was in OKC. It's you two guys and everyone else. So you two control the ball. You come down, you set up your play. Next time down, you give it to him. He sets up his play.
Yeah, but Luka's gonna get too much credit. He won't like it there.
Yeah. I just don't know where
he wants to be the unquestioned best player on the team.
Where else would he go, though?
Miami.
I can't see him going to Miami.
We the People says KD says he's not leaving. He wants to try to get a true shooting guard so Kyrie can play his natural position. All right, yeah. I think he said he was going to stay with Golden State, too, though. I think he said he wanted to never leave Oklahoma City, if I remember, so... Yeah, I don't know, right? That's like, if the girl you're dating is married, right? Don't expect her to be faithful to you. So that's what I would say when trusting KD. What about this prop? Curry, over 12.5 rebounds plus assists.
I like that. He's grabbed a lot of rebounds in this series. He's grabbing 6 to 7 rebounds, and if he racks up assists for, he's going to blow that number out of the water. So for sure, like that prop.
Dude, he's been one of the best rebounders in the series.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Him, Looney, like those guys are just rebounding the ball very well.
Yeah. Felix says he's hitting the corner guard in Bullock. Yeah. Reggie Bullock, if he worked on his offensive game as much of his hair, maybe he'd be maybe Dallas would have a chance tonight. What else do we got, Tyler?
I mean, looking at some of these popular parlays, Steph and Clay 8+ threes made combined plus 130. I think that's doable. I think Steph could hit 5 himself, maybe even 6 to 7. Clay
Yeah,
should be
I
good for 2
kind of
to
like
3.
it just because, right? One of them could have an off night and you still get there.
Steph
KD to
Curry
the Celtics. That would be wild. Why would
that
they
was
even
the
do
rumor
that?
back when he made the Golden State move. Like he had his Boston meeting with Brady and all them, and then he ended up in Golden State. So I don't see it happening.
Luka over 9 rebounds has been money. I think Travis talked about this. Whenever it's an uncontested rebound, they just Luka grab
Yeah,
it
just let him
because they
grab
want
it.
him to go. Yeah,
Yep.
that's great. That's great.
Yeah, I don't. Speaking of that, there's a Steph Curry and Luka 20+ rebounds combined. That might be a little high, but plus 280. Luka grabs you like 13. Steph grabs you 7. It's doable.
Yeah. What else you got for us?
I mean, that might be it. Spread. I'm not seeing much more. Like if you wanted to get crazy, like you think Clay goes off tonight. Clay 5+ threes. Golden State win.
I don't think he goes off to you.
I mean,
Our guy Alejandro says he hasn't been playing well. I agree. I mean, it's a lot for him to come back from.
Yeah, I mean, it is Clay though. But like, would it surprise you if he walks out on the floor and his first 3 threes he shoots tonight go right in? And a dude's just firing away over every screen he gets. So that'd be my only worry there. Like, do we think Looney has another big one? Him double Golden State wins plus 480.
Wait, what's this? Do I say that? Nom.
I'm not sure.
Well, do I say that? Oh, Curry double and win. That's that. You better give me like plus 400, right?
Give me 1 second to get your number on that. If it's up here.
Game 6 Clay says GQ. Game 6 is usually his game. Oh wait, it's game 5 tonight. We the people like Looney tonight. I do as well. I think he's gonna be priced pretty high in DFS though. I do eat a lot of veggies, Brandon, because I've been on a diet, dude. But I still eat so much, dude. I'm eating like pounds of vegetables a day. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Steph Curry double and win plus 370.
Okay, at plus 370, I think it's worth it. Okay, because that's a local. I don't know who's putting this up. He says I've been betting largest lead over 17 every game. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you got that thing's some money. I think it's a blowout tonight. Yeah, hey, maybe I'm wrong, but I mean, hey, I get to steal Travis's line. They're the better team, right? I mean, the simplest and you know what? Occam's razor. Sometimes the simplest explanation is the best, but they're just way better, right?
Yep.
Because like I said earlier when we were handicapping this game, I don't think Luka's that far ahead of Steph. I know that the media and everyone else wants to make it like Luka's just so good and Steph is just average now. Nah. And then every other player, the Warriors have the advantage, it feels like. And they still don't have a center. Brandon Cola's, it says the only way I can ingest vegetables is via Bloody Marys in the morning. All right, Brandon, get you there. Celtics Warriors going to be a great final. I hope so. Do you think it will? I kind of do. I kind of think this blowout thing ends when these two teams play. Do you?
I have a weird feeling that it's going to be ugly.
For my guys, right? For the NorCal guys, not those Shamrocks.
Yeah, I got a weird feeling. Like they've just had their number for the past couple of years.
Okay, first of all, throw out the 2 years beforehand when they won 15 games.
Well, I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about the KD years. Like they would walk into Golden State when they had KD and they just wouldn't even blink. They'd punch him in the mouth.
I mean, I was thinking about the way they match up too, and it's like they have so much size and agility. I think that they can throw the Warriors.
And if there's any team that Golden State's played that could be like, we have guys that could take advantage of your small lack of size down low.
Yeah.
Horford and Time Lord. Like Horford is a guy that knows when he catches the ball around the free throw line. We've seen it in the Milwaukee series. We've seen it in this series. When the guy's smaller than him, he does his little triple threat thing. He looks around, and then he turns right around and starts backing the guy onto the hoop, puts him right into the hoop, and just lays it in.
Yeah, you know, he grew up watching like Tim Duncan and Elijah, right? And guys that really played in the post.
Yeah, so that's my thing.
Your generation's hero, Dwight Howard, who's not a top 75 player.
But yeah, he'll be doing that against the Warriors. They'll be sending doubles, and then he's a good passer, so he'll be kicking it out. So it's going to be hopefully it's a good series, but I just have a weird feeling Boston's got their number.
So GQ says Celtics better hope Robert Williams is healthy. And I was about to say he looked pretty healthy to me last night, but he said his health is looking shaky. Where do you fall on that? I thought he looked pretty good. He's blocking corner threes.
He's just not. I wouldn't say he's 100% yet, but again,
It looked pretty effective to me.
they're gonna get a break
He looked
from.
better than Bam Adebayo.
Yeah, they're gonna get a break from the end of the conference finals to the finals, so he could easily fix
that
that
is
knee
going to be
problem.
a long break. What are we going to do, Tyler?
I don't know.
I hope you don't forget what I look like. You're still going to message me and stuff, right? You're not just
Yep.
going to forget I exist.
But
I'll send you pictures from the
who's
trails.
This guy I have to do an NBA video with.
Yeah. Stay
Thought
off
he
my
said you're
lawn,
stay off a lawn guy.
I mean, I do take a good job taking care of my lawn. You know what, though, Twatty? I mean, since hey, we got plenty of time to talk today. Dude, I might have to get rid of my lawn, dude. There's no water in California. I might have to get one of those like Arizona Phoenix like rocks in my front yard. Unbelievable. GQ says, did you see the end of the game? I mean, all right, you got me there. I mean, I have it on because I have 2 TVs, but I'll be honest. I watch so much NBA at this point of the year. It's tough for me to get amped up, especially when it's exactly what we thought was going to happen. Felix says they need Smart to chase those guards around. I thought he looked pretty healthy last night too. Golf.
Just think about the lineup Boston can throw at Golden State too. Like Golden State tries to go with their death lineup. Boston turns around.
Yeah.
Horford at the 5, Tatum, Brown, and then White and Smart. Those guys will chase all them guys around screens. They could switch every last thing, and they have the big down low that can punish them.
Yeah, I think it's a great matchup, man. I still wanted to write the Warriors in to just win it all, but the way the Celtics match up, I mean, let's get these over tonight. Let's get them over tonight, tomorrow night. I know people love the most exciting words in sports. Game 7, is it? Is it better than the Super Bowl? Is it better than March Madness? I don't know. But, hey, Tyler, did I tell you I sent a video of me playing basketball to Brandon Cola?
How'd that go?
Here's what he thinks. Yeah, what's up now? New York point guard handles. That's me. Jake says, I think Suns would have beat the Warriors. I don't.
After what I've seen against Dallas, I don't think they would.
Yeah, I mean, how?
Last year, Suns would have wiped the floor with this Warriors team, though.
He says, when the kids throw their ball in his friend's yard, he keeps it. No, I'm not that bad, Twatty. I mean, come on, Twatty. Am I really that bad? I'm like a pretty cool guy. First of all, for my age, I look pretty young, man. Like, okay. All right. I'll take it. Yeah, rolling blackout country. Yeah, it's not the best. Jonathan Nelson's excited about his favorite player going to the Raiders. I don't think it's real, we the people.
No, he did work out with them today, spread.
Okay, cool. I can go work out with him, too. It doesn't mean I'm going there.
Yeah, but the way they talked after the workout is that the door's wide open for him to come in and play.
Might as well. I mean, they would sell enough jerseys to be worth it, right?
I guess you could say that.
You don't think he'd be one of the top selling jerseys in the NFL?
I think he'd be a top selling jersey, but I think everything that comes with him, it's just a detriment to your locker room.
What would come with it though that they can't handle? This isn't who was the guy we had last year?
This is the
Bisaccia?
same. This is
Josh
the same
McDaniels
idea of like
this.
when teams would look at Tebow and they'd be like, can't do it. Because the fan base that comes with these guys, when they're your second string quarterback, God forbid Derek Carr goes out and has a bad game spread, because now what you know,
he wouldn't be number 2 though. He'd be number 3.
They would still be screaming it. They don't care. They would throw number 2 out the way. They'd be like, we want Kaepernick right now. Like, put him in the game.
I mean, how much different is that than Mariota? What Mariota did last year?
One guy played football for the past 5 years spread. Another one didn't.
Pretty good commercials, though. Pretty good commercials. Hey, I already told you, no, we did not, because this is when I was young. When Turkoglu was here, I was young. I was in my early 20s. And my buddy, this is before, like, cell phones were still big. Like, not everybody had them. And Hito, we go out, whatever. And Hito got my buddy's sister's phone number and kept calling the house and leaving messages, so we hated him. He was the one Kings player I didn't like. So, not true there, Twatty. Not true. You know who we had? We had an old Moses Malone poster at the time. I'm trying to think what other basketball players we had. When I was a kid, I had Barkley and Dominique Wilkins, Ricky Henderson, McGuire, and Canseco. Yeah, those were the posters I said. My doppelganger. I look who? Kaepernick or Hito? All right. What else you got? What do you think is Jake says it's a style matchup? The size. But Suns had the size against the Mavericks and DeAndre Ayton. I mean,
I don't think the Suns had it this year. Something was wrong with them.
Yeah. I mean, DeAndre Ayton disappeared like Twatty in the morning after one of his great nights out. I mean, never to be seen again. So I don't think they would have taken advantage of it. Oh, now it's being hurtful. Because I wouldn't take the bait. Now you're just going to the guy I hate the most, huh? Unbelievable, Twatty. Unbelievable. He says Booker was hurt. Everybody's hurt at this point in the season, right? Because we need 82 games to gamble on. And these guys that are so much better than Adrian Dantley and Isaiah Thomas, they can't make this. They cannot make this. Ayton is soft and low motor. Do you agree with that, Tyler?
Yeah, I mean, definitely the soft part. He's definitely looked soft over this year.
Yeah. I mean, he needs to get it going. And I think you're right, man. How much should Chris Paul augment him? I mean,
a lot. And you seen it. It was almost like he made him fully dependent on Chris Paul. Yeah. And then Chris Paul faded away, and so did Ayton. So it was like he kind of screwed the kid in the long run, in my opinion.
Yeah. He says, I think Booker was hurt too. So, I mean, I guess at full strength, they had a chance. Barkley versus Godzilla. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I would be very hesitant to pay. First of all, I'd be hesitant to pay any center not named Embiid or Jokic. Centers don't matter anymore. It's like paying a running back. If it's not Christian McCaffrey, I don't know if you should pay him. So, yeah, like Felix says, he has size, but he can shoot contested fadeaway mid-range shots. I mean, all these guys, they need to get with older guys and learn how to work in the post. They can't do it. Still sad the Bucks are at home. I know we are, but, injuries happen. Now I look like Djokovic. I mean, his wife is bad. And did you see the girl he got caught cheating with? She was even nicer. That was years ago. Can you believe that guy? So this guy Djokovic, Tyler, gets caught cheating, right? His wife's at home, wherever they live, Serbia. And he's out in London dating like this DJ model. Like the paparazzi isn't going to take pictures of him going to the club with her, leaving the club with her, entering the hotel with her, like he was going to get away with it. Unbelievable. So, yes, Fred says that I look like Djokovic. So if everyone's getting hurt at the end of the season, playoffs makes me wonder if it's the right move to rest throughout the season. Probably. I mean, Pop started it, and they were a winning franchise.
Yep.
Remember, I remember, the first person to just go did not play, rest or old. I think it was Tim Duncan.
Yeah, I think it was him.
Yeah. They even made Kareem when he wouldn't even run back on offense sometimes. But he still played the 82. CP3 helps the center on every team. Completely agree. So I just wonder what Ayton is outside of that system. Even if he goes to Charlotte, like how much does that help them? Like, is he going to be good with LaMelo? And I'm not saying like I know that he's not. I'm asking a serious question. What do you think, Tyler?
I mean, he could look good, but the thing about it is like I don't think he fits into Charlotte's system. Like Charlotte needs like a skinny center that can run the floor. You know what I mean? Like can keep up with their tempo. Like Ayton might slow them down a bit too much.
Yeah, I mean, I struggle to see where he fits in at that price. Obviously, like on a vet minimum, he's going to help a ton of teams. You want the max? And you're going to give me a Bam Adebayo disappearing act? No. Great question here. Brandon Cole says, what am I going to do in bulk splash of 6 threes? I mean, cry, be upset, go yell at the neighbors when they come on my lawn, yell at a cloud. I'm not going to be happy. I'll tell you that much. Here's a good question. Would KD win a one-on-one NBA tournament?
If he didn't, he'd probably come in second.
Who would win?
Giannis.
That's how I was thinking.
It all depends on if
LeBron would be pretty good in that too.
If you're putting a referee in there, it's KD. If you're just letting them play street ball, it's Giannis.
Good point. That's exactly what Brandon said too. That's a great point.
Because KD would just get Giannis to foul him every time and just win the game shooting these little ticky-tack shots.
Yeah. Robert, do you think that the fact that they're getting the injuries because they're out of shape, I don't think that's it. I think as much as everyone wants to bag on the regular season and say the NBA's players don't play defense, I think the game is just incredibly physical now. So, I mean, it's not like they didn't like bang, but they were like banging on their feet, They were banging down low on the post, boxing each other out, elbowing each other with their feet solidly planted on the ground. Compared to now, like so much of the contact happens in the air. And they all are so athletic that, it's hard on your body to jump that high when you weigh that much, because you're going to get punked if you don't have any muscle. Look at Tatum when he came in the league. Look at Giannis when he came in the league, right? Look at Tatum now. He's jacked.
Anthony Davis when he came in the league.
Yeah, and he's still glass.
Yep.
Sorry, Jonathan Nelson. Chet Holmgren, give me your breakdown. Too skinny?
I think so. We'll see, though.
Do you think you'll be able to put weight on?
How much weight, though?
Is he the next Sean Bradley? The older guys in the chat will love that callback. Do you even know who Sean Bradley is?
I've heard that name before. I just can't put a face to it.
Was he 7'5" or 7'6"? No, he was on the Sixers, and then I think he went to the Mavericks. He was drafted by the Sixers, though, and they had this GM at the time. His name was Pat Croce, right? And the dude was awesome, dude. He had hella energy. Like back in the night, when people were more buttoned up back then. Everybody said the right thing. You couldn't get away with stuff. I mean, for example, what was the year 2004? That guy Howard Dean just screamed, and he's not in the president. And 12 years later, we got a reality star running. Right. So, I mean, things were so much more buttoned up than this guy Croce was just out there, and he was jacked too. And he was all into like the fitness, like right when it was starting. Right. And he was trying to give him like protein bars and whey protein. And he said, he was eating chicken nuggets, and he was super lazy. And he tried to put all this weight on this guy, 7'6", Sean Bradley. He looked like White Minute Bowl. Anyways, yeah, he never set out. Twatty says you look like Bryce Harper. He wants you to go out with him. He said he'll just catch all the rebounds for all the girls that are hitting on you. Yeah, that's probably a pretty good strategy, Twatty. Richie says these NBAs are playing a lot like back in the day, starting with these AAU teams in the league throwing themselves out. That's another thing. And I know that Coward, right? Like a lot of his takes are just BS, and he says it to get stuff. But I agree with him on this one. When I was a kid, you played football in the spring. If you were a good athlete, now I wasn't good enough, or I wasn't brave enough to play football. I was way too small. I'm going to get killed. I'm like, I'm not playing football. You got to be kidding me. No way. I'm going to get crushed. So you play football in the fall, basketball in the spring, and then baseball was kind of like your rest. But at the same time, it still develops like these fine motor skills. So even though it was rest, you were still staying in shape. You run before the game, you got out there, right? And then you played whatever you specialized in during the summer, right? And worked on it. But the fact that your body didn't grow up doing the same motions over and over again, I did think it led to people being more hardy. Now it almost feels like these guys have to commit to a certain sport by age 11 or 12, and then just the repetitive motion injuries. So as much as I'm bagging on them, maybe it's just the fact of the requirements of the training are too much, for these guys to be well-balanced athletes.
Over under 4 minutes of clutch time tonight spread we get.
Under. Well, there's been 7 minutes like in the last 19 games or something, right?
That's ridiculous. Yeah, here's a clutch minutes this playoff. First round, 12.1 minutes per series. Second round, 6.5 minutes per series. Conference finals, 1.5 minute per series.
Yeah, I mean, really disappointing there, but I mean, hey, it happens, and maybe we'll get a great NBA finals to make up for it, right? Because if we do, let's say we get an old school series, right? 6, 7 games, 5 of them go down to the wire, right? Like that game 1 of the Bucks versus Celtics when we're like, we're so happy the playoffs are here. Hopefully we get that. Let's actually talk about betting again real quick. Brandon Cola, do you like Brunson or Luka on the assist prop more?
Brunson, because Lucas is all the way up to like 9.5.
What's Brunson at? Do you know?
Or like 3.5.
Yeah. All right. Sean Bradley sucked. Yeah. I mean, he wasn't good. He was not good. Not good at all. I mean, he was so bad. I'm surprised the Lakers haven't signed him. Jonathan Nelson. I mean, that would make sense for them. Here's a good one. Pascal Siakam will be underrated in a one-on-one tournament. Tyler, your thoughts?
Depends which Pascal shows up, the All-NBA one or the one that disappears for a month and a half during the season.
There was this French fighter named Jean Pascal. I liked him. It was about 10 years ago. Boxing fans will know what I'm talking about. Croce and Iverson were a great combo. It was so much fun because back then, like, also the way Iverson dressed, I mean, this stuff was all new. It was pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, Shaq smashed on everyone though, so getting smacked down by Schnauz. Chet is way more. I know. I'm not trying to say that. I'm trying to say that sometimes it's hard for these guys to put on weight. Is what I meant to say there. I'm sorry if I was unclear there. I'm just saying he needs to put on weight, and sometimes It just doesn't happen. And maybe it won't matter. But boy, KD looks pretty skinny going against Jack Tatum and Jack Robert Williams and Jack Jaylen Brown. Yeah, he was perfect to be the owner of 76ers with Iverson. Agreed. Yeah, play baseball. Baseball, and that's a fun sport, man. You know what I'd like now at my age that I'm getting older? You know what I like to do? Just go throw the baseball around. I got a baseball field like, 2 blocks from my house. Head over there. Just throw the baseball around. It's really relaxing, man. You get some sunshine. No, we are not rooting for Alizé Cornet, Jonathan Nelson. Get that out of here. He's rooting against the girl I named my cat after. Can you believe that, Tyler? Can you believe this from Jonathan Nelson? I thought we were California homies. Where's the California love? For the most popular athlete in Latvia. Way better than Porzingis. All right. What else do we got, Tyler? We've gone 45 minutes having some fun with the chat. I appreciate you guys all showing up here.
That's pretty much it for me, Spread. I mean, we touched on everything on the game. We did stuff with the chat.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate the chat showing up, man. I hope the Mavericks show up like the chat showed up today, right? And they don't just because they could have just disappeared too. The way that Max Strus's game disappeared. What can we talk about that real quick? 0 for 8.
Who?
How did the Heat's backcourt not make a basket last night?
I mean, it's the Heat. They go on lulls.
I thought we had some global warming coming. Obviously not. All right, let's go to our best bet. What do you got for tonight, Tyler?
Just give me that Warriors win margin 11 plus at plus 155.
All right. I'm going to go with Andrew Wiggins over 6.5 rebounds. I know you've had bad luck with it. I'm going to try my hand. And, of course, I'm giving out that Warriors minus 6.5. Strus is hurt. Everybody's hurt. My feelings were hurt. The ratings are hurt. They're all hurt. But I'm on the Wiggins over 6.5 rebounds. We're going to go Warriors minus 6.5, minus 7. If you hit it earlier today, like I did, thinking that everyone would be on the Warriors. What was I thinking? Everyone. Brandon Cola, we're going against each other tonight. Just like Jonathan Nelson's going against my favorite player, who right now has a break point. What's up, Jonathan Nelson? All right, so that's what you got. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. Of course, there will be a final countdown on runpuresports.com. Use that promo code GetBets to hang out with JSU and Big T as they give out more winners. The Keg live show will be going all weekend, right, Tyler? He's got races tonight. He's got races tomorrow and races Sunday, right?
Yep. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if there's one tonight. There might be one tonight.
I thought there was like trucks or something silly.
There might be, or it might be tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, and I don't even know how he wins on the trucks. I mean, that just shows you that the guy is just a savant at live betting, because how do you prep on the trucks? Who knows anything about the trucks? Yet he just logs on, jumps in the chair, and all of a sudden he's hitting winners on these trucks. Nobody knows the drivers. Yeah, unbelievable stuff. So I hope you guys are getting there. My guy, We the People's also giving out a winner too. We got to give the chat love. Pull over on points, rebounds, and assists. Jonathan Nelson says there are trucks on Friday. There's about to be an Ostapenko truck right now, Jonathan Nelson. Watch out. Put that live bet in. You better hedge off Cornet. She's coming back for everybody. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate it. Today's only Thursday. I don't know why I thought it was Friday. It's been a long week. For not a lot going on, it's been a long week. What's going on in my life? Is this what it means to get old? Is this what happens when you get old, guys? Anyways, we appreciate you guys hanging out, giving some 90s nostalgia, allowing me a chance to vent that we haven't had any competitive series in the National Blowout Association. Tyler, I know you don't have any words of wisdom, but do you have a parlay?
I do not, but I would say if you're going to bet something like that, the Steph 5+3s Golden State wins. I think he has a big game, closes them out tonight.
Oh, Richie, that you just reminded me. It's because I've been doing so much tennis. I feel like it's already Friday because we had to start early. That whole French Open starting a day early threw me off, having to make a score on Saturday. But we will give you another winning tennis score. I will get with Susie. We'll make sure to find the winners. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. And